Hi friends, today I want to talk about something that I know so many of us struggle with, giving ourselves grace. Let's be real, when you're building something meaningful, whether it's your business, your creative work, or just showing up for life in a bigger way, there's this pressure to be always on. And when you feel a need to pause, do your mind gremlins start whispering things like, "You're falling behind, you should push through. You're not committed enough. You're letting people down. You're letting yourself down." So, I want to remind you that resting isn't, in fact, quitting. It's something that's vital and necessary for our daily and long term growth. Hi, Fiona here from Philosophies. It's day 11 of my Snowdrop Visibility Challenge. And I mentioned in one of my recent videos about how I almost quit and then didn't when some divine inspiration struck me to just lean into the resistance and keep going. But when I said quit, I am now wondering, would it have been more compassionate to say instead, I almost took a day off to nurture my energy levels and pick up again where I left off the next day? That would have been totally okay. And although I'm glad that I leaned into resistance and recorded that video, would it really have been so bad if I just let myself rest for one day when I really needed it? Look at nature. Snowdrops, for example. They don't bloom all year round. Beyond late winter and early spring, they go to ground and rest beneath the soil, gathering their strength for the year ahead. They would completely burn out if they're blooming all year round, and we're the same. Rest isn't laziness, it's a vital part of our regular rhythms. Like nighttime follows day and a waning moon follows a waxing moon, we need to honor our downtime. Today, my mum and I were out celebrating the Thaipusam Full Moon Festival out in the streets with the Tamil Hindu Indian community here in Penang. It was an amazing afternoon and evening, but quite exhausting. I have lots of video clips from our day out, which is taking a while to upload. I'd planned to share some impressions of this incredible cultural experience and full moon celebration with you, but then was struck by that familiar feeling of tiredness and resistance. And I thought, what if I just give myself permission to rest today and do 2 videos to make up for it tomorrow? That's not quitting, it's managing your energy levels. So I instantly felt a sense of relief, and I was all about to put myself to bed early when I got a wave of inspiration to just share this insight with you. And I'm now creating this video while relaxing on my bed. So, in fact, I didn't take my day off after all, but chose to make it easier for myself instead and show up in a more relaxed way. Sometimes a change is as good as a rest. And I do feel proud of myself for managing to maintain my daily streak today by just simply shifting the goalposts. Just a small pivot and relaxing into the thought that I could give myself a day off, but instead, the energy of desire to share this insight with you carried me along to show up after all. And instead of just staying up into the wee hours, uploading and editing my footage, I thought I can just let this be easy instead and do that all tomorrow. So, snowdrops do hibernate when the rest of the flowers are in full bloom in later spring and summer, but snowdrops do also push through once a year. And I'm reminding myself that this challenge is just for a month, and I'm planning to have a good rest in March when I'm off on my holidays. So perhaps sometimes all we need is just to take a change of tack and let things feel easy. And that way, energy miraculously can return. But you may not be doing a snowdrop challenge. Maybe your challenge is more in sync with daffodil season or the wild rose. I'm glad I maintained my streak, but I do intend to be more gentle with myself moving forward. If I do really need a day off, then I will. But I also know I can show up and make things easier than first intended. So that is also an option. Now, over to you. If today feels like a low energy day for you, I invite you to give yourself grace. Take the nap, step away from the screen, go outside, go to bed early, let yourself be human. You're not falling behind, you're not losing momentum. You're learning to work with yourself instead of against yourself. And that's what creates sustainable success. So tell me, how do you give yourself grace when you need it? Or is this something that you're still working on? I'd love to know over in the comments. And if this message resonates, please do share it with someone who might need this reminder today. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, it would mean the world to me if you chose to do so and give my video a like to cheer me on my challenge. So here's to second wins, but also to honoring our need to rest sometimes according to our cycles and seasons. Meanwhile, sending you love, rest, and resilience. Till next time, see you again tomorrow.